Men in general judge more from appearances than from reality. All men have eyes, but few have the gift of penetration. The moment you hesitate, the enemy is already inside your walls. Your mind is a fortress, but every distraction, every fleeting doubt is a siege engine pounding at your gates. You think it's a small hesitation, a tiny pause, a simple maybe later, but make no mistake. Weakness is visible, and the world will exploit it. Your indecision, your fear, your scattered focus. These are invaders marching silently into your stronghold, ready to claim territory you weren't even aware you were losing. Every morning a new campaign. When you let a trivial thought or a small fear take root, it spreads like wildfire, consuming clarity and leaving chaos in its wake. That ignored opportunity, the message you never sent, the conversation you avoided, these are not just minor regrets. They are moments of surrender on the battlefield of your mind. Imagine standing in formation, armor glinting under the sun, only to turn and flee because a whisper of doubt reached your ear. That's the cost of hesitation. Every delay, every small concession teaches the world that you can be bent, that you can be manipulated, that you are prey. Now imagine the alternative. Imagine transforming that split-second pause into a decisive strike, a flash of clarity that silences the invaders before they even reach the walls. That moment of truth, when the choice is made, when action replaces doubt, is where dominance is forged. Every decision, every movement becomes a declaration. The fortress is mine, and none shall breach it. Procrastination is no longer a harmless habit. It is a betrayal of your throne. Every ignored insult, every postponed task, every silent doubt becomes fuel for the predator you are meant to be. Your mind is not a playground. It is a battlefield, and you are both commander and warrior. The enemy will not wait politely at the gates. It prowls, it searches for cracks, it exploits hesitation. You must rise and meet it with absolute control. Discipline your thoughts like soldiers, sharpen your focus like blades, and patrol your consciousness with relentless vigilance. No distraction is allowed to linger, no weakness is permitted to grow. Every moment you command your mind, you reinforce the walls of your fortress. Every lapse, and you give the enemy a foothold. Stand now and make a declaration. Your throne is sacred, your mind is untouchable, indecision is treason, hesitation is surrender. You will train your thoughts as you would train your soldiers, strike fear into procrastination as you would strike fear into your enemies, and never, under any circumstance, allow weakness to parade through your gates. Control is non-negotiable. Mastery is not optional. Those who fail will be forgotten. Those who master will be feared. I am the fortress. I am untouchable. Those who fail will be forgotten. I, the top, can be feared. I am the colleague the soldier is feared. I am the type. I am the walls. Loved, if you cannot be both. Your mind is not a playground. It is a throne room, a fortress perched atop the highest tower of your existence, commanding every corner of your life. Every thought is a soldier, every choice a decree, every doubt a traitor waiting to betray your reign. To rule your world, you must first claim dominion over the kingdom within your own skull. Imagine walls rising around your consciousness, thick and unyielding, each brick forged from discipline and clarity. These walls do not crumble under gossip, envy, or petty distraction. They repel weak ideas that wander like beggars at the gates, toxins that try to infiltrate and dilute your strength. Fortifying your thoughts is not a passive act. It is a daily siege where every mental weakness you allow to survive is an enemy tunneling beneath your defenses. Build your boundaries high and unbreakable. Let no careless words, no shallow opinions, no seductive temptations pass without scrutiny. Guard your throne as though it were the last bastion of civilization itself. Within this fortress, clarity becomes your crown. It is both armor and weapon. The world will attempt to deceive you with flattery, propaganda, and the subtle manipulations of peers and rivals alike. You must see through the illusions, piercing the fog of confusion as a hawk tears through the morning mist. Clarity allows you to strike decisively, to act while others hesitate, to recognize danger before it touches you. When you move with understanding, the timid and unprepared are already routed by your insight. Let your perception be sharp enough to expose lies before they take root, and your focus unyielding enough to prevent them from distracting your march toward power. Every choice you make is a declaration of sovereignty. To hesitate is treason against yourself. Each decision, no matter how small, is a decree from the throne of your mind. Missed opportunities are not just regrets. They are rebellions you allowed to thrive. Indecision is a crack in your walls, an invitation to chaos. Command yourself with the authority of a ruler who knows the weight of the crown. Decide swiftly, act boldly, and accept the consequences without flinching. Your life will bend to your command only if you refuse to bend to the whims of fear, doubt, or the opinions of others. Modern life tests this sovereignty at every turn. Notifications, endless advice, conflicting voices, all attempt to erode the strength of your fortress. But a sovereign mind remains unshaken. Your boundaries, your clarity, your decisiveness, these are the battlements that make you untouchable. Let every action you take reinforce your authority. Let every moment of self-mastery be a testament that your throne is not negotiable. Those who challenge you, consciously or unconsciously, will find themselves striking walls that cannot be breached. Command your mind, and you command your world. Allow choice echo with authority. Fail to rule yourself, and the kingdom crumbles. Master yourself, and fear and respect will precede you everywhere you go. The crown is heavy, but it is yours to bear, and in its weight lies the power to shape reality itself. I am the throne. I am the commander. I am untouchable. Men rise by their actions, not by their intentions. The first light of day is more than dawn. It is the sounding of drums across a battlefield that stretches through hours, minutes, and seconds. Every sunrise is a warfront, and how you meet it determines whether you command the fight or are trampled beneath it. The enemy does not wait. It prowls in the shadows of your bed, in the comfort of postponement, in the seductive pull of distraction. If you do not strike first, the day will strike you. The first move is always decisive. Leaders and conquerors understood this instinctively. Napoleon rose before the sun to plan, to strategize, to strike before the enemy could gather their forces. Your morning is your artillery, your scouting mission, your first volley in a day-long campaign. The habits you perform as the world sleeps are the weapons others will envy, but cannot claim. Make your bed with precision. Exercise your body like sharpening a blade, and set intentions as if they were orders to legions. Every deliberate act in these early hours compounds into momentum. Hesitation here is surrender. Discipline is the forge where mastery is shaped. Small, consistent rituals become instruments of control over chaos. Drinking water, moving your body, reviewing goals, planning tasks. These are not mundane chores. They are drills that train your mind to operate with focus, speed, and ruthlessness. The mundane becomes a weapon. Each repetition, a sharpening of the edge that slices through procrastination and distraction. When life hurls unexpected skirmishes at you, your habits ensure you respond, not as a panicked soldier, but as a seasoned commander, calculating and unshakable. Punishable, a side is an invisible enemy. Every idle scroll, Every unplanned delay, every moment you linger in comfort, is territory surrendered. Imagine your day as a map, divided into zones, contested by rival forces of distraction, indecision, and chaos. The minutes you waste are outposts lost, footholds given freely to opponents who will exploit your weakness. The battlefield is not abstract, it is measured in moments. And victory is determined by how power grows not in grand gestures, but in the relentless conquest of the ordinary, in the quiet victories of early hours seized before the world even awakens. I strike first, I move with purpose, I command my day. Whosoever desires constant success must change his conduct with the times. Stillness is not weakness. Silence is not surrender. On the contrary, it is a weapon sharper than any sword, a shield stronger than any armor, a strategy older than empires themselves. The world moves in haste, rushing to react, to speak, to dominate. But those who master the art of pause, those who command the battlefield with quiet precision, hold an invisible power that others cannot see until it is too late. Unjust is your armor. Every impulsive thought, every emotional reaction is a crack in your defenses. History is full of rulers and generals undone not by superior force, but by their inability to remain composed under pressure. A prince who lashes out at every provocation invites chaos. A general who charges without strategy walks into ambush. Shield your mind with stillness. Let patience steady your pulse. Let silence sharpen your perception. When others act recklessly, your measured calm becomes a fortress, impenetrable and intimidating. Obramage is your weapon. Inaction is not idleness. It is reconnaissance, intelligence gathering, a prelude to decisive strikes. Watch the movements of your rivals, the habits of colleagues, the patterns of those who would test your resolve. Like a predator stalking its prey, study without exposing yourself. Every gesture, every word, every pause in others reveals weakness. While they are busy shouting, plotting, or reacting, you are collecting the knowledge that will allow you to strike with surgical precision. In the modern world, this looks like listening before responding, waiting for the right moment to negotiate, or letting competitors reveal their true intentions before you move. The pause that kills is the moment others underestimate. When hesitation clouds their judgment, when impatience drives them to act, your stillness becomes predatory. In chess, the master waits for the opponent to commit before revealing the trap. In the natural world, the predator does not chase blindly. It waits, coiled, calculating the exact instant to pounce. Your silence can be just as lethal. Let your inaction lure mistakes. Let your patience exploit errors. Let your quietude dominate the battlefield without a single overt strike. Weaponize your stillness. Treat calm as armor, observation as reconnaissance, and patience as a predatory strike. Do not rush. Do not speak until the moment demands it. Let others exhaust themselves in haste, confusion, and noise, while you remain poised, untouchable, and in control. The battlefield favors the prepared mind, the disciplined presence.
Obeyed must know how to command.
Weakness is a cancer. It creeps into your mind, your habits, your circle, and erodes the foundation of your power long before you realize it. To dominate life, you must first ruthlessly eliminate anything that drains your energy, clouds your judgment, or undermines your authority. There is no room for sentiment when survival and mastery are at stake. Every unnecessary thought, every unproductive habit, every toxic influence is an enemy camp within your walls. You must strike decisively. Pensions. But the dead wait. Modern life is filled with clutter, emails that do not serve your purpose, relationships that demand more than they give, distractions disguised as opportunities. Each one dilutes your focus, saps your energy, and slows the advance of your ambitions. Strip them away. Delete what clouds your mind. Walk away from what weakens your position. Like a general removing ill-trained soldiers before a battle, clearing your mental battlefield creates space for precision, strength, and strategic advantage. Do not hesitate. Mercy here is betrayal to yourself. Neutralize betrayal. History proves the fatal consequences of ignored threats. Julius Caesar's downfall was not the result of overwhelming force, but of overlooked conspiracies, whispers in the shadows, and allies who wore masks. To protect your throne, you must identify subtle threats and address them with certainty. A delayed response is an invitation to chaos. Recognize deception, confront manipulation, and cut off influence that undermines your sovereignty. Treat betrayal as a contagion, eradicate it before it spreads. Metallic merciless focus is your final weapon. Self-mastery tolerates no compromise. Every goal, every mission, every ambition demands your full attention. Hesitation is fatal. Divided energy is defeat. Like a predator stalking its prey, your mind must lock on, undistracted, unwavering. When you commit fully, you move through life with unstoppable force. Partial effort is wasted effort. Weak commitment breeds regret. Hesitation breeds failure. There is no middle ground. Either you dominate or you are dominated. Eliminate the unnecessary. Remove the weak. Cut through distractions. Confront threats. Sharpen your focus until every action aligns with your strategy. The battlefield of life punishes the lenient and rewards the ruthless. Those who cling to comfort, sentiment, or indecision are already losing. True power belongs to those who act decisively, who purge weakness with precision, who let nothing survive that can hinder their conquest. I cut the weak. I strike decisively. I am unstoppable. Living that make men respected, but the manner in which they carry themselves. Power begins in perception. On the battlefield of influence, what others see often matters more than what you feel. A ruler without presence is a fortress without walls, vulnerable to every whisper, every glance, every doubt cast upon it. To command is to project authority, to wear a mask forged in the fires of discipline, clarity, and strategic intention. The eyes of a ruler speak louder than any proclamation. A glance can unnerve, a gaze can control. A steady look can assert dominance without a single word. History's greatest leaders understood this. Napoleon did not rely solely on orders. He moved with a presence that commanded obedience. Julius Caesar's very walk through Rome communicated authority, cautioning allies and warning enemies. Your eyes, your posture, your silent cues are weapons. Master them. Let every glance and gesture declare that you are in control, that hesitation is not tolerated, that weakness is not permitted within your orbit. Your outward persona must mirror your inner fortress. Strategic alignment of demeanor and strength creates an aura of invincibility. Modern leaders, executives, and influencers leverage this daily. Calm confidence, deliberate movements, and unwavering composure signal power to all who observe. Yet it is not deceit for the sake of lying. It is a calculated presentation. Like a general deploying decoys or a predator using camouflage, your mask projects the reality you intend others to perceive. When your external presence aligns with your internal mastery, you shape the battlefield before a single action is taken. Fear and respect are the twin pillars of influence. The mask you wear is not vanity, it is armor. Rivals, competitors, and challengers test boundaries constantly. Without a mask, you are exposed to manipulation, intimidation, and chaos. With it, you project psychological dominance that discourages challenges and commands deference. People obey the aura of control even before they understand your actual capabilities. The predator's stare immobilizes prey. The ruler's presence curtails defiance. Your mask transforms ordinary encounters into battles where you already hold the advantage. Project authority relentlessly. Let your gaze cut through hesitation. Align your persona with your inner power. Let your mask shield you from deception while silently commanding the field. Influence is won not only through action, but through perception, presence, and the unwavering assertion of dominance. Those who underestimate the mask will learn too late. Those who wield it master the world around them before a single word is spoken. I wear the mask. I command without words. I am untouchable. Suppressing, he who becomes a master of himself becomes master of all. Within you lies a silent predator, a shadowed mind waiting to act with precision. This is the inner assassin, a ruthless force that eliminates threats, distractions, and weaknesses before they can challenge your throne. Mastery demands that you cultivate this part of yourself, trained to strike decisively and without hesitation. Move it out, a hidden competitor, each is a fissure in your empire. The assassin within identifies these dangers early, mapping them with clarity and calculating the exact moment to neutralize them. Like a general striking at the flank of an unprepared enemy, your moves are deliberate and fatal. Hesitation is the luxury of the weak. The inner assassin acts swiftly, eliminating obstacles before they can multiply. Emotional discipline fuels the strike. Anger, desire, frustration. They are flames that, if uncontrolled, consume you. But when harnessed, they become power, focus, and clarity. Modern leaders and athletes understand this instinctively. The energy that would scatter your mind becomes a laser of action when disciplined. Channel your impulses into strategy. Let your emotions sharpen your awareness rather than cloud your judgment, and never allow passion to compromise the mission. The assassin strikes cold, calculated, and unstoppable. The shadowed mind moves unseen. It is present in every corner, anticipating threats before they appear, plotting responses before danger even registers. This part of you thrives in the quiet, in preparation, in the hidden layers of thought where others fail to venture. Like a predator that hunts in darkness, it dominates the unseen battlefield. The world will never recognize the battles you win silently, but victory is yours regardless. Your throne is protected not by noise or spectacle, but by the calculated, relentless efficiency of your inner assassin. Develop the inner assassin within. Strike with precision, harness your emotional fire, and dominate the unseen layers of your life. Let no distraction survive. Let no threat linger. Move with stealth, strategy, and unflinching ruthlessness. The battlefield rewards those who are patient, prepared, and merciless. The throne belongs to the one who commands both mind and action with absolute control. I strike unseen. I am ruthless. I am master of all. He who wishes to be obeyed must know how to command, but strength is forged in the fire of adversity. The wolf within you does not grow weak in comfort. It sharpens its fangs, tests its senses, and hones its instincts in the struggle. Challenges are not obstacles, they are nourishment. Every hardship, every rival, every threat feeds the predator inside, making it sharper, faster, more ruthless. To survive, to dominate, you must feed that wolf deliberately, embracing struggle as the crucible of power. Adversity is your fuel. History's greatest leaders did not rise in ease, they thrived in turmoil. Napoleon learned strategy on battlefields soaked in blood and chaos. Sun Tzu wrote The Art of War from the perspective of conflict and challenge. Hardship teaches instinct, forces rapid decision-making, and strengthens resilience. Every difficulty you endure feeds your inner predator, fortifying the mind that refuses to yield. Lean into the struggle, let it sharpen you. Controlled hunger drives every action. Like a wolf stalking prey, your desire for mastery must be relentless but measured. Modern high achievers understand this instinctively. The urge to improve, to dominate, to conquer is a constant fire that propels them forward. But uncontrolled hunger leads to recklessness. Feed your ambition with discipline, channel your desire with strategy, and let every action reflect the calculated pursuit of victory. Do not scatter your energy, focus it like a predator, honing in on a target. Predatory patience ensures precision. The wolf does not rush blindly. It observes, waits, and attacks only when success is guaranteed. Timing is everything. Impulse leads to missed opportunities. Patience converts preparation into victory. Learn to read the battlefield of life, to sense the right moment to strike, to move with calculated force rather than chaotic energy. Your power grows when restraint and aggression coexist in perfect harmony, when your mind masters instinct rather than succumbing to it.
Share it is assist.
Feed the wolf within. Let adversity fuel your strength. Let desire drive your strategy. Let patience guide your strike. The challenges you face are not punishments. They are opportunities to sharpen your mind, harden your resolve, and cultivate the predator that resides in your soul. Embrace struggle, hunger deliberately, wait patiently, and strike decisively. The throne belongs to those who harness their inner predator, not to those who fear it. Mitsim forcam. I feed the wolf, I endure, I strike with precision. Feed the wolf is in time moot along. I feed the wolf forget. Men in power are not defeated by force, but by failing to see the next move. Life is a chessboard. Each interaction, decision, and encounter a square that can either secure your position or expose you to attack. To survive, to dominate, you must think like a grandmaster, anticipating the consequences of every move and the intentions of every opponent. The battlefield is not just physical, it is mental, social, and strategic. Those who see only one step ahead are consumed. Those who plan 5 moves in advance command respect and fear. Action, impatient, in the force. And remember, Trince must foresee plots before they arise. Like a chess player predicting the consequences of a knight's maneuver, you must read people, situations, and opportunities with precision. Awareness is the edge that keeps you one step ahead of every rival. A bread. Sacrifice is part of strategy. Not every loss is fatal. Some sacrifices are deliberate, positioning you for long-term gain. Modern leaders, entrepreneurs, and athletes understand this instinctively. Sometimes letting go of short-term victories secures dominance over the larger game. Like a grandmaster sacrificing a pawn to capture a queen later. Calculated losses are tools, not failures.
Deliberate concession can strengthen your ultimate position if executed with foresight and discipline. Adopt the checkmate mindset. Plan beyond immediate gratification, beyond reactive responses, into the realm of inevitable victory. Your moves are not isolated. They are part of a grand strategy that makes you untouchable. By thinking several steps ahead, you dominate the field before others even realize a battle is underway. Your presence becomes a threat, your strategy invisible yet unstoppable, and your throne secured through careful orchestration of every interaction. Commanding the chessboard of life. Predict, sacrifice, and plan. Move with intent. Anticipate every opponent. And orchestrate your life with strategy that others cannot see or counter. Victory is not chaos, it is design. The throne belongs to the mind that calculates, the hand that acts with precision, and the soul that never loses sight of the ultimate checkmate. I see 5 moves ahead. I sacrifice wisely. I am untouchable. Men rise by discipline, not by chance. The mind that commands fear is forged in ritual. Each day is a forge. Each repeated action a hammer strike shaping your mental steel. Discipline is not occasional. It is relentless. The battlefield of life does not forgive hesitation, and the throne belongs to those who have trained themselves to endure, to act, to dominate without question. Your daily rituals are the weapons that carve your strength, the foundation upon which untouchable power is built. Consistency is your first weapon. Small, deliberate actions repeated without fail compound into extraordinary power. Alexander the Great did not conquer because of a single battle won, but because of years of disciplined training, strategy, and habit that left him prepared for any encounter. Each push-up, each mental exercise, each morning of deliberate focus is a soldier in your army ready to fight when the moment demands it. The weak surrender because they lack this consistency. You will rise because you honor it as sacred. Pain is your teacher. Discomfort is not a barrier. It is the whetstone that sharpens your instincts and fortifies resolve. Modern athletes, entrepreneurs, and warriors know that growth lies on the other side of suffering. Each challenge endured, each hardship embraced, strengthens your ability to remain unshaken under fire. When your mind learns to thrive amid struggle, no external threat can unbalance you. Pain becomes a ritualized ally, a silent drill sergeant, shaping you into a predator of opportunity and a master of circumstance. Ritualized domination transforms body and mind into a single instrument of command. Daily habits of control, early rising, focused work, disciplined movement, train you to act without hesitation, to respond with precision, and to maintain authority over both yourself and others. When your body obeys your will without question, your mind commands reality with unmatched clarity. The throne of power
Is not given. It is taken by those who rule themselves first. Embrace your daily rituals. Repeat them without compromise. Let each act of discipline be a hammer striking the anvil of your mind. Each moment of pain, a sharpening of your edges. Each controlled habit, a declaration that you are unshakable. In the quiet repetition of your rituals, your iron will is forged, your throne secured, and your mind becomes a fortress that no rival can breach. Kist, I forge myself daily. I endure. I am unstoppable. Possesses men in power are feared because they are untouchable. Your journey through discipline, strategy, and ruthless self-mastery culminates in a state few ever achieve: untouchable presence. This is no illusion. It is the sum of every ritual, every calculated strike, every moment you choose control over chaos. Your mind is armored, your actions precise, and your aura demands recognition before a word is spoken. Fear now precedes your presence, not because you seek it, but because you have become a force no one can undermine. Psychological immunity is your first shield. Every manipulation, every attempt to unsettle you bounces off your discipline-honed mind. Historical generals, from Caesar to Napoleon, knew that resilience against psychological warfare determined the battlefield before the first sword was drawn. In modern life, the same applies. Media spins, social pressures, and rival ambitions falter against a mind that has trained to endure, anticipate, and neutralize threats before they manifest. Fortify your thoughts. Let no chaos penetrate. Unseen authority is your silent weapon. Presence communicates power louder than words. Walk into a room and let your mastery be felt before any action is taken. Leaders like Marcus Aurelius and Churchill understood this. A calm, commanding aura projects dominance and inspires obedience without a single decree. In every negotiation, every meeting, every interaction, your mere composure signals control. Others hesitate, calculating while you execute with precision. You have become a node of unspoken power. Recognition comes before engagement. Terrifying competence completes the transformation. Intellect, discipline, and ruthlessness converge into a presence that cannot be challenged lightly. Your mind strikes with clarity, your habits enforce your dominance, and your focus eradicates hesitation. Competitors and rivals sense this before they meet you. They feel the weight of preparation, the precision of execution, and the inevitability of your strategy. This is mastery in its most intimidating form, a combination of skill, timing, and the unyielding will to act decisively. Integrate everything you have learned. Let your rituals, your iron will, your inner assassin, your calculated patience, and your strategic foresight converge. Do not falter. Your psychological immunity shields you from manipulation. Your silent authority commands the room. Your competence instills fear. You are untouchable not by chance, but by deliberate cultivation of every edge. In this state, hesitation dies. Distraction is irrelevant, and your throne remains unchallenged. I am untouchable. I command. I am afraid. Men in power are feared because they are untouchable. You have walked the path of the throne, mastered the battlefield of the morning, weaponized stillness, eliminated weakness, worn the mask of command, honed your inner assassin, fed your predator, played life as a chessboard, and forged iron will through ritual. Now all these fragments converge into one, the apex mind. This is the mind that dominates without struggle, that commands without words, that strikes with precision while others flounder in hesitation. The synthesis of strengths transforms you into a force beyond rivalry. Your throne is fortified with clarity and sovereignty. Your mornings strike first, seizing psychological territory before chaos even stirs. The predator hungers only for mastery, waiting with patience and cunning for the exact moment to strike. Your inner assassin identifies threats, neutralizes distractions, and enforces ruthlessness with quiet precision. All these forces coalesce, creating a singular, unstoppable presence. You are no longer just a participant in the world's games. You are the player who bends every battlefield to your design, the strategist who dictates the rules before anyone else moves. Fear becomes your currency. Influence is no longer a product of debate, persuasion, or force. It is the natural byproduct of your presence. Like Hannibal facing Rome, like Genghis Khan standing atop his conquered lands, your mastery radiates outward, and others sense the cost of challenging you before a word is spoken. Reputation, precision, and timing project dominance more effectively than armies or eloquence. Your adversaries hesitate. Allies respect. The invisible currents of power bend toward your command because you have made fear an instrument, wielded with surgical exactness. The final form mindset ensures that this apex state is not a fleeting achievement. It is eternal vigilance. Daily rituals, iron discipline, strategic patience, and psychological resilience fuse into a relentless engine that refuses compromise. You see every angle, anticipate every move, and neutralize chaos before it manifests. Modern challenges, distractions, and manipulations collapse before your composure. Failure becomes improbable, not by luck, but by the relentless application of principles honed over years of deliberate mastery. Every decision, every habit, every calculated pause is a reinforcement of the fortress that is your mind. In this apex form, you are both predator and throne, battlefield and assassin. You move unseen, but leave a presence felt by all.
Do not need to fight to dominate, because domination emanates from the mere alignment of your mind, body, and spirit. Stand now as the synthesis of all you have built. Let the throne within, the predator without, the assassin ready, and the strategist precisely converge. Let fear become the natural response of rivals, and respect the instinct of all who witness your mastery. The apex mind is no myth. It is the result of relentless cultivation, iron discipline, and the courage to rise above every ordinary man. I am the apex mind. Untouchable fears unstoppable. Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are. The battlefield has always been within you. Every morning you've fought hesitation. Every night you've sharpened your mind like a blade. And now, the ultimate conquest lies before you. Mastery over yourself. Your thoughts are your armies, your discipline, the walls of your fortress, your focus, the weapons that cut through distraction. Victory begins where the mind is sovereign, where impulse bends to strategy, and where fear is harnessed instead of feared. Own the battlefield within. Recognize that no external conquest can match the power of internal command. Every doubt you crush, every weakness you expose and eradicate, every moment of stillness you wield as a weapon, brings you closer to invincibility. The world outside is chaos and ambition, but the true throne is claimed where others see only calm. The mind forged in fire, tempered by patience, and sharpened by ruthless clarity. Ritualize your power. Let discipline become instinct. Let repetition forge habits stronger than iron. The smallest daily acts, rising before dawn, sharpening your focus, confronting discomfort without flinching, compound into strength that rivals empires. You do not wait for opportunity. You create it through relentless preparation. Each ritual is a brick in the fortress of your self-mastery. Each act a declaration that weakness is not an option. Stabilize to your apex form. Let every glance, every decision, every action radiate the authority of a predator, the wisdom of a strategist, and the certainty of a ruler. Let fear recognize you before you speak. Let respect follow you without effort. Your presence alone must become a declaration. The throne is claimed, the predator awakened, the mind untouchable. Speak the mantra that solidifies your transformation. I am the throne. I am the predator. I am untouchable. Repeat it until it resonates in every fiber of your being, until every thought aligns with the force you have become. Let it guide your mornings, fuel your strategy, and cement your dominance in every arena.